I put every finals MVP in NBA history that's in 2K24 into a 1v1 tournament. I separated the players into two brackets, players under 6'8" and players over 6'8", but we're starting off with the players under 6'8". There was 18 players, so 4 had to play in a play-in game, and starting off we had Jaylen Brown facing Dennis Johnson. And Jaylen Brown dominated this game, winning easily 21-8. For the other play-in game, we had Joe Dumars facing Andre Iguodala, and I was rooting for Iguodala here, but this time he didn't save us from the death beam. Dumars won 22-2. Now hopping into round 1, we had Michael Jordan facing Jaylen Brown, and this game was actually really close. It was back and forth the entire time, but in the end, Jordan edged out Brown 22-16. Next up was Isaiah Thomas versus Rick Barry, and unlike the last game, this one wasn't close at all, with Rick Barry winning 22-6. Then we had Dwayne Wade facing JoJo White, and this was another game that wasn't close at all. Wade won 22-8. Next was Jerry West versus Tony Parker. This game was a lot closer than the previous ones, going back and forth the entire time. It was Jerry West who eventually won 22-16. He's also the only finals MVP to be on the losing team and win. Next up is Kobe Bryant playing Joe Dumars, and Kobe led all game before Dumars made a bit of a comeback near the end, but Kobe still won 22-10. After them was John Havlicek versus Spurs Kawhi Leonard. For this video, if a player won finals MVP multiple times on the same team, I just used the best version of them in the tournament from that team, but if a player won on different teams, they will have each version of them in the tournament, but Kawhi won 22-14. Next up was Steph Curry versus Chauncey Billups. Curry was a lights out from the 3 this game and had the biggest score difference of the round, winning 22-4. And the last matchup of round 1 is Raptors Kawhi Leonard versus Paul Pierce. And while this game did start off close, Kawhi took over in the second half of the game, winning 22-10. Making our way to the final 8 of the under 6'8" players now, we started off with Michael Jordan versus Rick Barry, and yet again, Jordan had another really close game. With Rick Barry leading 18-17, Jordan was then able to get an easy layup, and then he hit a contested layup to give him the 21-18 victory. Next up was Dwayne Wade versus Jerry West, and this was a complete blowout for Wade. He's looking really good in this tournament. This time he won 22-4. Next was Kobe Bryant versus Spurs Kawhi. For the first few points, the players went back and forth scoring, and then Kobe took over for the rest of the game. In the end, he won 22-12. And the final round 2 matchup is Steph Curry versus Raptors Kawhi Leonard, and this game was looking like an easy victory for Kawhi. Leading 16-8, he had the game in the bag. Then Curry lit up from the 3-point line, making the comeback and winning 22-16. Into the semifinals now, we have Michael Jordan versus Dwayne Wade to start, and this game was a battle. These two matched up very well. Whenever one would score, the other would come back with a bucket of his own, and this led to a 16-16 tie. From here, Dwayne Wade was able to hit 3 layups in a row to give him the 22-16 upset win. And our other semifinals match is Kobe Bryant versus Stephen Curry. Unfortunately, this game wasn't close at all. After Kobe took a 5-0 lead, Curry lit up from the 3 yet again. He just cannot be stopped from the 3-point line, and Curry ended up winning 21-8. Moving on to the players over 6'8", there are 20 of them, so we have 8 players playing in a play-in game. Up first is Bill Walton versus James Worthy. James Worthy started the game hot, going up 8-2. Then Bill Walton took over, ultimately winning 22-14. Next was Moses Malone versus Wilt Chamberlain. This was a close match, with the two being tied up at 16, but it was Wilt clutching up, getting the 22-16 victory. Next was Lakers LeBron James versus Wes Unseld. LeBron led for the entire game and won 22-14. The last play-in game was Lakers Kareem Abdul-Jabbar versus Willis Reed. This game was a battle, with the two players going back and forth scoring, but Kareem was the one to come out on top, winning 22-18. So now we got the bracket all set, and we are hopping into round 1. First off was Bucks Kareem Abdul-Jabbar versus Bill Walton. Kareem dominated this game, winning 22-12. Next up is Tim Duncan versus Shaquille O'Neal. 2 3-time finals MVPs here, but it was Shaq dominating this game. He's pretty unstoppable in 1v1s, and he won 22-12. Next up was Magic Johnson versus Wilt Chamberlain. This game was very close. It was back and forth the entire time and was the closest game of round 1, with Magic winning 21-18. Next was Larry Bird versus Giannis Antetokounmpo. Despite Larry Bird being the higher seed, he's a 98, Giannis a 97. It's pretty tough to stop Giannis in a 1v1, and Giannis won 22-4. Next up, we got Cavs LeBron versus Lakers LeBron. Cavs LeBron a 99 overall, whereas Lakers LeBron is only a 96. But of course, being two LeBrons, the game was still close, with Cavs LeBron winning 21-16. Next is Dirk Nowitzki versus Hakeem Olajuwon. I thought Hakeem was going to dominate this game, but it was actually Dirk who dominated and won 22-14. After them was Heat LeBron versus Lakers Kareem. Lakers Kareem stood no chance against prime LeBron, who won 21-10. And the last match of round one was Nikola Jokic versus Kevin Durant. It was a close match throughout, but Durant came out on top, winning 22-16. Making our way into round two now. To start off, we have Bucks Kareem facing Shaq, and Shaq absolutely dominated this game. It wasn't even close. Somehow Shaq hit a 3 as well. I don't even know how that's possible, but it helped him win 21-8. Next was Magic Johnson versus Giannis, and yet again, this was a blowout in favor of Giannis, who won 22-6. Then we had Cavs LeBron versus Dirk Nowitzki, and yet again, we had another blowout here with Cavs LeBron winning 21-5. And lastly, in round two was Heat LeBron versus Kevin Durant. While this game was closer than the others, LeBron still won easily, 23-13. So we are on to the semifinals now, and starting off, we have Shaq versus Giannis. And yet again, Shaq was unstoppable this game. I thought Giannis might have given him a bit of a challenge, but he really didn't. Shaq won 22-10. And the other semifinals match was Cavs LeBron versus Heat LeBron, both players being 99 overalls, and LeBron James. I thought this game would be close, but it was indeed not close, with Heat LeBron dominating, winning 22-12. And we have made it to the finals of the players under 6'8". We got Dwayne Wade versus Steph Curry. Both of them are 97 overall. Steph Curry has just been lights out from 3. It's going to be very hard to beat him. Dwayne Wade with the layup to start the game. If he can beat Jordan, he can pretty much beat anybody. There's a little step back right there. That's another bucket for D Wade. I mean, Steph Curry, not great on defense. He just has to get a stop if he wants any chance at winning this. I mean, once Steph can start shooting those threes, it might be a GG, but Wade up 8-0. He is just not missing anything to start. Curry's playing decent defense as well. Back down, the step back, and that is no good. Steph Curry with the rebound. He finally gets the ball. Let's see if he can put up some points here. D Wade right on him from 3. It is no good. Let's see what Wade can do. Can he continue scoring? Just backing down Steph Curry like it's nothing. Putting up the shot, and that is no good. Curry with another rebound. Curry with another chance here. Again, D Wade right on him, but Curry drains the 3. See, this is when he starts rolling on these inbounds. He just pops the 3s right away. He misses that one, though. Dwayne Wade actually went up and went for the block, which is what you got to do against Steph. D Wade back in the post. Another fade. That one's good. Dwayne Wade up to 10 points. Wade's just looking unstoppable. And Curry with the steal right there and the layup. So Curry up to 5 points. See if he just shoots it straight off the inbound. And he does yet again. That one is money. And Curry can just come back so quick if he starts hitting these threes. Puts up another one right there. That one's money as well. He's like going for the block right away. But Curry has his takeover badge now. Can he tie it right here? Yes, he can. It almost goes out. All tied up at 14 now. Curry from 3. Yet again, that's another bucket. He needs 2 more shots to win this. He's got that takeover badge, though. Doesn't shoot that 3. Now he does. And that one is no good. Dwayne Wade finally with a stop right there. In the post. Another fadeaway. And that's another bucket. Dwayne Wade is unstoppable with that post fade. Tries to get around Curry. Curry with some good defense. And he still hits the shot. Wade now inside. There's another layup. Game point for Dwayne Wade here. Gonna get in the post yet again. Let's see if he goes for another post fade. Just bullying Steph Curry. And he misses the shot. I thought that was gonna be money for him. Steph Curry driving. Good defense by Dwayne Wade. And Dwayne Wade gets a stop. Wade again trying to drive here. Good D by Curry. And that is a bucket. Dwayne Wade defeats Steph Curry. That was actually a really close matchup. Dwayne Wade, the winner of the players under 6'8", and he moves on to the finals of this tournament. And making our way to the finals of the over 6'8" players, we got Shaquille O'Neal facing off against LeBron James. LeBron a 99 overall, Shaq a 98, so it's going to be interesting to see what LeBron can do here. If he can actually defeat Shaq. Shaq's been looking unstoppable in these 1v1s. He fouls to start the game. But LeBron has beaten some big men. I mean, there's so many of him. I don't even remember which one faced who. And Shaq with a block to start and a layup. Shaq with the 2-0 lead. Now, the thing about centers, though, is that they play pretty boring in these 1v1s. He's probably just going to post up and try to score that way. And he is just bullying LeBron to start. Misses the shot and the poster dunk. The poster putback dunk. Yet again, Shaq was unstoppable in this game. This is just what happens in 2K when you have someone with a major height advantage. And Shaq won easily, 22-8. And we are into the real finals of the finals MVP tournament. We got Dwayne Wade facing off against Shaq. I'm gonna let Dwayne Wade start with the ball here because I do not think he's gonna be able to beat Shaq. Like, Shaq is just too good, but Dwayne Wade starting off 2-0. He's already doing better than LeBron. Maybe Dwayne Wade's speed will be enough for him. Gets blocked right there. Gets the ball back, though. I mean, they call him the Flash for a reason. Like, if he can get around Shaq and get some buckets here, it might be possible for him to win. He misses that. All right, Shaq already has his takeover badge. He hasn't even scored yet, and he has his post-takeover badge. He's gonna absolutely... Yeah, he's just bullying Dwayne Wade. Yep. This game wasn't close at all. Dwayne Wade did about as good as LeBron did against Shaq, getting completely dominated, and Shaq won 22-6 this time. I mean, that just wasn't fair at all. That's why I split up the tournament into players under 6'8" and over 6'8". I mean, you got Shaq as the best big man, then you got LeBron as the best forward, then you got Dwayne Wade as the best guard. It's kind of how it worked out. If you guys enjoyed this video, check out this one right here where I put every country into a 2v2 tournament. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.